Dobro večer svima. Ja se zovem Zoran Petrov i ovdje sam ispred fondacije Matica. Ovdje se zahvalim najpre domaćici Mariji koja je omogućila da ovdje u tačici susretanja možemo da predstavimo našeg gosta, Petera Guttenhöfera, koji je po obrazovanju pedagog i po radu pedagog. S obzirom da fondacija Matice ima za cilj promovisanje ideja valnog obrazovanja, biodinamičke poljoprivrede, antropološke medicine, da upoznamo našu javnost sa tim vidovima koji donose neki novi pristup čoveku i načinu kako ljudi žive. Zaista imamo veliko zadovoljstvo da Peter Guttenhöfer je sa nama večeras ovdje, on je malo bolestan, malo ga boli grlo, zato ćemo sat vremena ćemo pričati sa Peterom i naravno ako imate neka pitanja, slobodno postavite. Peter će predstaviti šta je to što on širom sveta deli sa ljudima kojima je vaspitanje profesija, ali isto tako sa roditeljima i sa mladim ljudima. It's your turn now.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit ill, so my voice is broken. And I hope you will understand me. Yeah. He must understand me, please. I'll try. Yeah. When a human being is born, then there must have been a strong decision before. And the question is, whose decision was it? So when a mother gets a child, she does not know the child who is born here. It's a completely unknown being, this little one. And the father does not know it all. So the only one who knows is the child itself, herself. But unfortunately, she does not know. Because in this situation, she is completely unconscious. No memory. She's deeply asleep in a way. So we cannot ask her, who are you? And in reality, later on, when I ask you, who are you? It's not easy to say something reasonable. Yeah, who am I? What shall I say? I am I. So this is not very clever. But when I say my name or give my birthday, I show my identity card. Yeah, that's not me. Who am I? Yeah. So we do not know who the child is. And the child itself does not know who he is, she is. Who knows anything? So, but one thing we can know. there must have been a strong decision to be born.
Znamo zasigurno da je morala da bude jaka odluka da se desi rođenje.
9 months ago,
9 mjeseci,
or even longer, I don't know.
možda i ranije.
Because the real event is the conception.
Istinski događaj je začeće.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have immediately the question, when there was a strong decision to be born on earth, then we have the second question, the decision for what? I mean, what do you want to do on earth?
Znači, prvo pitanje je bilo o toj želji da se rodi, a drugo pitanje koje se javlja je zašto postoji ta želja da se rodi?
And why have you chosen the earth?
I zašto ste izabrali da se rodite na zemlji?
Not the moon or the Saturn or
Na mesecu ili
I don't, wherever. No, the earth.
bilo gdje.
And the earth is a very special place.
Zemlja je veoma posebno mesto.
Not easy.
Nije jednostavno.
In reality, it's not for living of human beings.
U stvarnosti nije za život ljudskog bića.
Animals can live here,
Životinje mogu li da žive.
but the humans, there's nothing to eat.
Za ljude nema što da se jede.
Yeah, some mushrooms and some berries
Možda pečurke ili
and
voće.
yeah, but sour and not such an apple. This is a cultural thing, not a natural thing.
Ne postoji u prirodi takva jabuka, to je nešto što je kultivisano.
So, and when you remember the Bible about Adam and Eve,
Se sećate Biblije i
So-
Adamu i Evi,
when they were kicked out of the so-called paradise to live on earth,
kad su izbačeni iz takozvanog raja na zemlju,
then the first was they have to work.
prvo je bilo da moraju da rade.
Yeah, Adam, take the spade and do something.
Oni moraju nešto
Otherwise, you will not live.
znači da ih preživaju.
So it is a hard life on earth.
Težak je život na zemlji.
And earth is hard.
Zemlja je nezgodna.
In former times, people made beautiful pictures of the Christmas event
U ranim vremenima
When-
ljudi su pravili
when the holy baby was born.
lepe slike o Božiću kada se rodila
And there you can see pictures of Maria with a beautiful blue skirt,
u divnoj plavoj haljini
sitting on a chair,
koja sedi na stolici,
and the baby is lying on the floor,
a beba je ležala na podu,
naked,
dolo,
on the stones.
na kamenu.
Some of the old painters in the Middle Age, they painted special sharp stones
Stari umetnici iz
under the very sensitive body of this beautiful baby.
Ostro kamen je ispod nežnog tela ovog divnog deteta.
And I have asked me often, what did they paint?
Zašto su tako slikali?
What a merciless mother.
Kako je to surova majka?
Yeah? Have you seen such a picture?
Da li ste
In
vidjeli
your life?
te slike?
So, in the Renaissance time, lots of pictures like that. Huh? So, and then I found,
Da sam
thinking about it,
razmišljanja o tome.
that's it.
Da to.
Earth is not merciful.
Zemlja nije milostiva.
And to live with such a human body on earth, that's a challenge.
To je veliki izazov.
Yeah, no hairs. I mean,
I nemamo dlake.
the human skin is extremely vulnerable.
Ljudska koža je ekstremno osjetljiva.
Yeah. So compare yourself with such a wild pig in the forest,
Gledajte se sa divnom svinjom.
running through the woods. If we do that naked,
Ako bi mi na to radili,
then we are bloody, completely.
potpuno oblijeni,
We will die.
umrli.
So, what is the reason of this horribly vulnerable skin?
Koji je razlog za tako užasno osjetljivu kožu?
We must protect ourselves.
Moramo da se zaštitimo.
Then we need a house. and soft bed and heating. Animals don't need heating. And we must collect wood for the winter time, the whole summer long. So we must think to the future. Animals have no future. So no consciousness of future. But we have, and this makes the life even worse. Because we know that we do not know what is going to happen in the future. Animals don't know that they don't know anything. So we agree, huh? Such a baby is a challenge. Earth is a challenge for the baby, and later on the baby, when it is grown up, is a challenge for the earth. Look what they do on earth nowadays. These adult people. They destroy it. They exploit it. And now we find out that the skin of the earth is also very vulnerable. Especially the air. It is a skin that's a 0.5 millimeter fine. If you have such a globe, this size, then the air is not a 0.5 millimeter. This is so fine. I mean, 8 kilometers, huh? Let's say 10, maybe even 20. Yeah. But 20 kilometers high, there's almost nothing. You cannot breathe there. Yeah, compare 12,000 kilometers diameter. Let's say 10 kilometers of air. It's much finer than this here. And for instance, I came by plane here from Zagreb to Belgrade. A very brutal thing, huh? This plane. Very loud, very, very dirty, extremely dirty, very loud. So not very nice for this. Huh? But you understand me? This we call ecology. And this ecological consciousness is awakened 50 years ago. 2 old women in America made a little walk in springtime. And then they listened. Oh, it is spring already. But there are no birds singing. What is that? Why do the birds not sing? When I was young, in the springtime, the birds were singing. Finally, one of the ladies wrote a book, The Silent Spring. And I'm sure that every one of you have read it. Nobody has read it. Already forgotten. But this book, it was around 68 or 69, it was published. It's a little bit more than 50 years ago. And it was a shock for the whole mankind. The birds are not singing. So this old lady, one of the old ladies, was an anthroposophist. And she was listening to the unhearable. Yeah.
čujno.
I mean, normally we are happy to hear that the birds are singing.
Normalno je da čujemo ptice kada peva.
Oh, can you hear?
Čujete kako lepo peva.
But she was hearing that the birds were not singing.
Ali ona je čula da ptice ne pevaju.
That's an achievement, huh?
To je jedno dostignuće.
To be so attentive.
Biti tako budan.
In the springtime, birds have to sing. What has happened? Finally, she was a chemistry specialist, this lady.
Ona je bila kemičar.
She investigated and found out that they have spread over the fields.
Istraživala je otkrivala da je bilo
This we call it DDT.
sa DDT-om.
I don't know what kind of substance it is, very poisonous.
To je neka supstanca koja je veoma
And
otrovna.
birds, they die or they cannot have eggs because
Ptice su umirale,
the shells of the eggs are too thin,
jer su
so they cannot
bili
breed.
jako tanki.
They cannot breed.
I nisu mogli da se razmnožavaju.
Finally, nowadays we have prohibited
Danas je DDT
DDT
zabranjeno.
for the name. Yeah, this was the beginning of the ecological consciousness.
To je bio početak ekološke svesti.
When I was of your age, and most of you,
Kada sam ja bio vašeg,
we did not even hear the word ecology.
nismo ni znali za reč, nismo ni čuli za reč.
Completely unconscious.
Potpuno nesvesni.
But now we are conscious.
Sada sam
So, what I think, the decision of the child to be born
da je odluka deteta da bude rođena,
includes
uključuje
a kind of courage.
neku vrstu hrabrosti.
We have to heal the earth.
Da trebamo da ozdravimo izlečenu zemlju.
We have to help the bees
Trebamo da pomognemo pčele
to live
da žive,
because they cannot live anymore.
zato što više pčele ne mogu da žive.
In Germany, we have lost 70% of our bees
Izgubili smo 70% pčela
during the last 20-30 years.
u posljednjih 20-30 godina.
And all the insects.
I sve insekte.
You can run by car through whole Germany
Možda vozite kola kroz celu
with
Nemačku,
150 kilometers
50
per hour,
km na sat.
and it's
Šofer,
completely clean.
potpuno je šofer šajna čista, nema nijednog insekta na njoj.
No fly, no little mosquito,
Nema komaraca, nema...
very clean. And in Sweden, for instance, I heard that they spray, where the tourists have to come next summer, they spray the forest against mosquitoes.
Čuo sam da prema što dođe turist
Because
u Švedsku,
we Germans, when we are tourists in Sweden,
samo protiv komaraca sve šume, a mi Švedci kada dođemo,
we prefer not to have any mosquitoes.
radije da nemamo komarca kada dođemo u Švedsku.
And of course, they are not only destroying these mosquitoes, they destroy everything.
Ne ubijaju samo komarce, nego sve insekte.
So, you know this story of the earth?
Znate ovu priču o zemlji?
Have you learned at school?
Učili u školi?
Had you learned something about it?
Nešto učili o tome.
What happens with the soil?
Šta se dešava sa zemljištem?
A little bit. You know. Yeah, are you aware of that?
Da li ste svesni od toga?
You are. Well, and now when the child is coming on earth,
Dete dolazi na zemlju,
it has decided to encounter three things
treba da se susretne sa tri stvari.
at first, or fundamentally.
Osnovne tri stvari.
To encounter gravity,
Da se suoči sa gravitacijom,
heaviness,
sa težinom,
and to encounter density.
i da se susretne sa
So this. So, and this here, that the chair can carry me. Even when I went, thank you. Great. Huh? Density and friction. This. This is, yeah? This is friction. If there were no friction, we would not sit like that here. It was completely slippery. We cannot walk. And investigate the physical world through the point of view of these three concepts. Then you have the whole physical world. The physics of the earth. The physical earth. And now when you are born, you have to do with a lot with friction. Yeah, as a baby, when you have been a baby, you were crawling. So, and you could not yet get up. And it cost you a year, more or less. Then you were able to stand upright. But it was not easy the first months, and you were falling thousands of times. And fortunately, your head was a little bit soft still. And here, so you were falling in front of without hurting yourself. Because this baby is so beautiful, soft. If you would fall now, you would hurt yourself every day. 100 times. There. Thank you. It's okay. No, thank you. I'm fine. Only my voice is not fine. Yeah, and now observe the parents. What are they doing with their children? For instance, they are fond of rolling. Have a little scooter. When the child is 2 years, give him a scooter that he can roll. Because rolling means avoid the friction. No friction. And for a rolling scooter, you need asphalt, of course. You cannot roll with the scooter on the field. So you are longing for asphalt or cement. Yeah, and this is a preparation for later on Mercedes. Of course, you need a Mercedes. And then you need asphalt, lots of and cement. The whole republic full of cement. Then you can use your Mercedes. Because your Mercedes is completely useless on the field. Yeah. So you need a Mercedes and a lot of cement. Because you have been rolling as a child already. Yeah. And you don't need so much force. And look, here on the legs, we have very strong muscles, the strongest muscles. And a muscle is only growing when we use it, the muscle. Without using, muscle will not grow. You know, this is a very dangerous idea. Because the consequence is that you have to change the causality. Normally, you think, I have 2 legs, therefore I can walk. That's clear. Without legs, I couldn't walk. That's very clear. But nevertheless, this idea is wrong.
Ipak to je pogrešna ideja.
If you look properly,
Ako pažnju pogledate,
then you must say, I am a walker,
ja sam hodač,
a walking being,
ja sam hodajuće biće
and therefore I have legs.
i zbog toga imam noge.
The baby has not yet legs.
Bebe još uvijek nema noge.
These little things, this is a kind of a germ of a leg.
To su kao začeci nogu.
And under which conditions are the legs growing to real legs?
I u kojim okolnostima noge postaju prave noge?
Under the condition of walking. Understand?
U uslovima kad čovjek hoda.
But they don't walk.
Ali oni ne hodaju.
And it starts already in the kindergarten.
Već počinje u zabavištu.
At first, the scooter at home.
Skuter je kod kuće.
And then kindergarten. What are they doing in the kindergarten?
Šta rade u zabavištima?
In a normal state kindergarten,
U državnim zabavištima.
they are sitting a lot.
Oni puno sede.
Sitting. And then school.
A onda dođe škola.
What is with these legs in the school?
Šta se došlo svojim nogama u školi?
You don't need them.
Nisu vam potrebne.
85% of the time you're sitting.
85% vremena sedite.
Then leave your legs at home.
Možda ostavite noge kod kuće.
And even you are not allowed to move your hands
Nije vam dozvoljeno da pokrećete
at school.
u školi.
Don't make so much noise with your hands. Because children do anything, playing with something. Please be silent. And you are not even allowed to speak. Also, a lot of muscles here, I think. You need at least 60, 70 different kinds of muscles to speak. But if you don't speak, then it doesn't develop properly. What is the result? We need a Mercedes. Everyone needs at least one Mercedes. And we need a lot of electricity. In the kitchen. For instance, in the kitchen. Look what have these women done in earlier times when they smashed potatoes. There was such a, can you remember? Potatoes put into and then smash them with force. That's what smashing potatoes. And nowadays, we take this. Ready. Wonderful. Wonderful. But what about this? So therefore, every suitcase must roll. 20 years ago, there was no suitcase with walls. Huh? We were carrying here a little bit of that. We had still. Suddenly, the whole mankind is rolling, even 5 kilos. And now look into history, what the people could carry 100 years ago. A strong man, a strong young man, carried 100 kilo. 6 stores in the house. For instance, coal, up and down the staircases. Nowadays, the people carry 25 kilos. The cement, 50 years ago, were 50 kilos. Now they're 20 kilos. So less and less and less. The force, this physical force of our bodies disappears. We cannot walk in comparison with 100 years ago.
Ako uporedimo sa našim precima pred 100 godina.
People were walking 60 kilometers a day.
Ljudi su nekada 60 km dnevno hodali.
Such a grand uncle of mine,
Moj
living in a village
koji živi u selu,
between the First and Second World War.
između dva svjetska rata,
He was a farmer
bio je seljak
and he was making cheese.
i pravio sir.
Saturday morning,
Subotom ujutru,
3 o'clock, you get up,
u 3 sata ujutru,
carrying his cheese in a shupkara, what is it in English,
gure u kolicima svoj sir
to the town,
do grada,
30 kilometers.
30 km.
And at 9 o'clock he was there.
U 9 sati je bio u
Then
gradu
he was selling his cheese
da se prodaje sir.
some hours long, and in the afternoon he went back.
I onda popodne se vratio kući, 30 km.
This is completely normal.
To je bio potpuno normalno.
No one of ours can do that.
Niko od
Anymore.
nas danas nema što da uredi.
So, and we are very thankful to have this Mercedes.
Mi smo veoma zahvalni da imamo taj Mercedes, naravno.
But the Mercedes destroys the earth.
Ali Mercedes su ništa zemlje.
Do you agree? Am I right?
Sam u pravu.
So, now what shall we do?
Šta ćemo da radimo?
We will never get rid of the Mercedes again. This is the world power number one. Volkswagen, Toyota, and Mercedes.
Volkswagen, Mercedes, Toyota su...
And we Germans, we are the richest country in Europe because of Volkswagen.
Mi smo najbogatiji u Evropi, Nemci, zbog Volkswagena.
And everyone must buy a Volkswagen.
Svako mora da kupi Volkswagen.
Yeah. So we have to think we are creating our own body every day.
Svoje telo,
Not only the child,
ne samo dete,
but also we.
takođe i mi.
Also when we are getting old,
I kad starimo,
we must walk
moramo da hodamo,
that the bones stay strong.
da kosti ostanu jaki.
If we sit down the whole day,
Ako sedimo
then
ceo dan,
even the bones will lose.
čak i kosti
the
će
density.
gubiti svoju gustinu.
So, and for instance, I cannot say I have two eyes,
Ne mogu da kažem
This
da imam
one?
dva oka,
and therefore I can look.
i da s toga mogu da gledam.
No, this is other way around.
Potpuno je suprotno.
I am a looker. Therefore, I create my eyes
Ja sam gledalac, ja stvaram moje oči
every day.
svaki dan.
When I am not looking with my eye,
Ako ne gledam sa svojim očima,
the eye stops looking.
oči ne
Do
gledaju.
you know that?
Prestaju da gledaju.
Ask the doctor.
Pitajte lekara.
You can make an experiment with yourself.
Možda napravite eksperimente sami sa sobom.
Huh? You close one of the eye. 6 months.
Otvorite jedno oko,
What is happening with the eye?
šta se dešava sa očima?
Huh?
We say if you don't use it, we lose it.
Ako
You
ne
lose.
koristite, onda gubite.
It will be blind. It stops looking. So the causality at first is the function, and second is the organ.
A na drugom mjestu je organ.
So if you have such a little child,
Ako imate to malo dete,
the body is like a germ of a body,
to je u stvari začetak tela,
kind of model.
to je model budućeg tela.
And now the child, it's his turn, her turn,
I onda
to create a real body out of that.
je zadatak deteta da razvije pravo telo.
Do you understand what that means?
Da li vam je jasno što to znači?
So if we look at the babies, we are responsible for them that they have the right environment where they can create bodies.
Oni smo odgovorni da im obezbedimo pravo okruženje da razvije svoje telo.
For instance, how the doctor says, such a floor is very bad for children's feet.
Je veoma loše za dečija stopala.
No? If the feet are walking on such a, they will be flat.
Dobit će rane tabane.
They need such a. the floor.
Ne treba neravan pod.
So, and why do we have such floors?
Zašto imamo ravne podove?
Especially in the schools,
Posebno u školama.
not for the children,
Ne zbog deca.
no, for the cleaners,
Ode?
for the cleaning,
A zbog čišćenja.
not for the children. This has nothing to do with children.
Nema veze sa decom.
And the chair has nothing to do with the child.
Nema veze sa detetom.
Yeah? So in earlier times, the people made a little break and sat down to have a rest.
U ranijim vremenima ljudi su napravili pauzu tako što bi seli.
Nowadays, we must make a break for walking.
Danas pravimo pauzu tako što hodamo.
So this is really upside down.
Ovo je zaista
Yeah?
naopako.
You have 15 minutes to run around, and then you must sit the next 45 minutes.
I onda sedite 45 minuta.
So this is ridiculous. It has nothing to do with the real nature of a child.
I to zaista nema nikakve veze sa pravom prirodom deteta.
It must move,
Mora da se kreće.
move, move, move. And it would be fine if it doesn't only move somehow,
Kreće nekako,
but move sensefully.
već treba da se kreće smisleno.
What is the meaning of moving sensefully?
Što to znači kretati se smisleno?
Work.
Rad.
To do something,
Da urade nešto.
to create something, to produce something.
Da proizvede nešto.
The little ones, they do not yet work.
Ali,
They
kad
play.
ne rade, oni se igraju.
Playing is very good for them,
Igra je veoma dobra za njih,
if they really play.
ako se zaista igraju.
And playing is the same as working for the children.
Igra je za decu isto što i rad.
When they are playing,
Kada se igraju,
let us say in the sand, with
recimo u
the
pesmu,
little ones, the very little ones,
veoma mala deca,
what are they creating there?
oni stvaraju tamo u pesmu.
So we can say they are creating nothing. They make a little, and then they destroy it
I
again.
onda unište to.
But in reality, they were creating, very creative.
Ali u stvari su
What did they create?
Šta oni stvaraju?
Sand cakes. Yeah, but these sand cakes, you cannot eat them. They are useless.
Pečene kolače.
As children are completely useless. Everything what children do is useless. No, the sand cake is useless. But what have they really been creating? Making sand cakes?
Praveći pečene kolače.
Yeah.
Building fences.
Yeah. Building their own body,
Oni
Building
grade
muscles.
svoje telo,
training movements.
trenirajući pokrete.
They have created their body. This playing
Svoje telo,
is building their own body
igraju se pesmu.
because the body doesn't build itself without moving.
Samo da se igra.
You understand?
Vam jasno to?
This is very radical. They must play.
Oni moraju da se igraju.
And they will, they want, they are eager to play
I željni su to.
because they know I have to build my own body
Znaju da treba da izgrade svoje telo.
and I have to learn to carry.
Moram da učim da ga
And then they train a lot of things. For instance, having a little bit of water
uzme malo vode
and then pouring the water.
i onda sipaju tu vodu.
Sometimes you can observe them hours long, 1,000 times, pouring the water and looking how it
Sipaju vodu da
is
gleda
running,
kako
flowing. Observe. So they build their senses.
onda oni grade svoje.
They make a lot of physical experiments,
Oni prave fizičke eksperimente.
throwing stones
Bacanje kamenja
is very necessary
je veoma nužno.
to build your shoulder.
Da se izgrade glavu.
And then you throw the stone into a big window.
I onda baca kamen u prozor.
Oh, what a fun! the sound of the glass. That's it. What they need. Yeah. But this is not for us. This doesn't fit to us, to the adult world. Therefore, mostly the mother or the father say, don't do that. Be cautious. Don't climb the tree. Don't step on the field. So, hundreds of prohibitions. What shall they do? Then in the big cities, then there's a play field, there's a playground, children's playground. There are many trees around. It's not allowed to climb the trees. You must climb this cold iron, this very boring, completely dead instrument. Oh, how boring for a child. They need trees to climb. And the trees are very, very good, some of the trees. But not the apple tree. In the moment of blossoming. This, and they will understand. And not when the apples are ripe. Not climbing. So they would learn if there would be apple trees around. They need an environment, a complete environment. Now think back to the decision before incarnation. Think back, let us think back to the moment of decision to incarnate, to have a body on earth for 80, 90 years. What do they need? They need and they want to encounter the earth. And what is earth? At first we were speaking about density, gravity, and friction. This is the physical earth. But there are many other things. There are plants. There are animals. There are the elements. So let us speak about the four elements. The mineral element, the water, air, and warmth. We call it fire or light. These are the four elements of the old Greek natural philosophy, nature. So they need to encounter the stone, soil, water, not this kind of water, what comes out of the tap. This is a water in prison. Imprisoned water, not fresh. If we would go back the pipeline where the water comes from, then you see sometimes very ugly, big tanks. And they're putting chlor into the water. What else? Horrible water. This is not water. Water is real water. Flowing water. Or the rain. So expose them to the rain. Let them be wet, totally wet, to feel the wetness. Do you understand?
Razumete?
They want to encounter the water,
Oni žele se susretnu sa vodom.
and they want to encounter the air.
I da se žele se susretnu
It
sa
means
vazduhom,
wind, storm,
sa vetrom, olujom
and what else? Yeah, and the warmth,
i toplotu.
sunlight, strong
Sunce,
sunlight,
jako sunce.
night light, moonlight,
Mesečevo
starlight.
svetlo.
They want to see the night.
Da ide noć.
Yeah, we must be with them outside during the night.
Moramo da budemo s njima noću na
Not always, but
ne
sometimes.
uvek, ali neki put.
Be with them outside during the night,
Budite se njima napolju.
that they feel the darkness.
Da osjeti tamo.
Yeah. So this is the encounter with the four elements
Susret sa 4 elementa.
and the encounter with the four natural kingdoms, as we call
I
it.
susret sa, kako zovemo, sa 4 prirodna carstva.
Stones, plants, animals, humans.
Minerali, biljke.
And this is what we call earth. This is the totality of earth.
I to je celokupna zemlja.
We must not speak now about the elementary beings.
Ne moram se da pričam malo veternim.
Let us speak about this visual earth, four elements, four natural kingdoms.
Toga razgovaramo o 4 carstva, 4 elementa koje postoje u prirodi.
And they need to encounter the earth, what they wanted. This is the content of their decision. I want to encounter the earth.
Jer je to rezultat njihove odluke.
So then give them the possibility
Dajte im
to
mogućnost
meet
da se
them.
susretnu sa zemljom.
Where can they meet
Gde mogu da se susretnu?
this full amount of what is earth?
Gde mogu se susretnu sa time što je zemlja?
What would be the best place?
To bi bilo najbolje mesto.
The forest? Forest is not bad, yeah. So we have a lot of forest kindergartens.
Imamo zabavništvo u šumama.
But where does the forest come from?
Ali odakle šuma dolazi?
No, the forest is man-made.
Šuma je od čoveka napravljena.
The forest needs a human activity.
Šumi je potrebna ljudska aktivnost.
Yeah, a lot. Even the so-called jungle in Amazonia.
Čak i džungla u Amazoniji.
Always human beings have been living there
Tamo su ljudi živeli
and caring for the forest.
i vodili su računa o njima.
We call it landscape. Scaped land. And the scaper is a human being.
To je prevod engleske reči landscape. Da smo oformili zemlju.
So if we have a forest kindergarten,
Ako imamo zabavište u šumi,
this is very fashioned in the moment. Yeah.
popularno to danas,
We also have to do something for the forest.
moramo nešto da uradimo i za šumu.
But the little ones cannot yet work for the forest.
Ali mala deca još ne mogu da bilo šta učine.
Yeah, forest is good, but
Šuma je dobra,
to live with the animals in the forest is not so easy.
ali živjeti sa životinjama.
So where can we live with the animals
Gde mogu da sretnem
as children?
kao deca?
On the farm.
Na farmi.
Yeah, the farmer has animals,
Seljaci imaju
not
životinje.
these wild ones of the forest,
Ne divlje i
the
šume.
domesticated animals.
Imaju domaće životinje.
Yeah, beautiful. They are the representatives of the animal kingdom.
I oni su predstavnici životinjskog
And we have a
carstva.
lot of animals on the farm.
Ima puno životinja na farmi.
Yeah. So the very little ones, the rabbits
Od zečeva,
and sheep and goats,
ovce,
the donkey and the horse and the cow
konj, krava,
and the dog and the cat
i naravno
and the mice
i miše.
and the smallest is who's living on the farm, the smallest house animal,
Kuće životinja.
the bees. They need bees.
Potrebne su pčele.
Because when they live with bees,
Kada žive sa životinjama, sa pčelama,
they are living with a very high intelligence.
žive sa veoma inteligentnim bićima.
Also, the sheep has their own sheep intelligence.
I ovci ima svoju vlastitu
The sheep intelligence is a little bit. The goat's intelligence is a little bit quicker, more awake. Yeah. So different kinds of, I call it intelligence.
različite vrste inteligencije koje životinje.
So they need the animals, and they are longing for animals. Every child in the world.
Kako dete.
And to work with them, to touch them,
I da se radi sa njima, da se
to feed them.
da se hrane.
You must go. Yeah. It will end in some minutes, and then we can talk if you like. Because auf Wiedersehen. She speaks German. Auf Wiedersehen. Viel Glück. So you see, the farm is a good place. And then you have the beautiful harmony, if it is a good farm, between soil and plants, animals, and human beings. And the duty of the farmer is to create this harmony. That everyone has what he needs, and everyone is giving something for the others. So the plants are working on the soil. The soil is giving the minerals for the plants. Yeah? Then water is flowing and nourishing the plants. And then you have such a Kläranlage for the shit of the human being, to clear up the water. So the plants are working for the water. Yeah. So everyone is working for someone else. This we call social. There is a kind of sociality between soil and plants and animals, and the human being is leading that, shaping it, and speaking to it, and loving it. And they love the farmer. If they are well cared, animals love the farmer, and they're listening to him. So there's an interaction of souls, different kind of souls. And if the children are living there, then they speak the language of the stones, and they understand the language of the stones. Now the stones are very silent, that's true. It's not easy to understand. But the plants, even the plants are rather silent. But they are speaking in a way. And they are asking, who can water us? Who will water me? The little salad plant. When they have planted, then they are asking, please, who will water me in the evening? And they can respond to that question with watering. And this we call responsibility. Yes, I am responsible for that. The salad will make himself responsible for me when I eat it. Here. Yeah? But at first I must respond to him. Otherwise there will not be salad. So you will not find on earth any other place where the social interaction between all these different kinds of beings is so strong, so lively as on the farm.
Nigdje nećete naći na zemlju tu interakciju i taj socijalni trenutak kao na farmi.
Result of this idea is
Rezultat ove ideje
the farm is the school.
da je farma škola,
In reality, the best school.
najbolja škola.
If the farmer is not a dreaming farmer,
Ako
a sleepy
nije
one,
uspavani,
if the farmer is somehow interested in children,
ako je farmer zainteresovan za decu,
so this is rather rare.
i to je nažalost veoma retko.
Children disturb.
Deca uznemiravaju.
Go away from my field.
Skloni se sa mog
Don't disturb my animals.
nemoj da
You cannot run a full class of pupils into the stable of the cows. This is impossible.
nemoj da pričate u stavu kod krava.
Then they learn to take care,
Oni uče da paze.
Rücksicht nehmen. What is that? To be rücksichtsvoll. I don't know the English word. The children, little ones, they feel horses. Yeah, horses need a certain behavior of myself.
Konji zahtevaju posebno ponašanje.
The chicken, they are full of fear, always hysteric.
Uvijek histerični.
So don't run to the chicken.
Nemoj trčati kod
Move slowly.
Idi polako.
So the children learn that.
Deca to uče.
If the farmer teacher, the teacher farmer,
Ako ih učite,
there's no teacher anymore.
ne postoji više učitelja. On više nije učitelj.
No farmer. The farmer is the teacher.
Biti postoji
And the teacher should become a little bit of a farmer. So,
učitelj treba postane malo
and then they learn.
i onda oni uče.
And the chicken are also teachers.
I kokoške su isto učitelji.
Go slow. Don't run don't be so loud.
Ne budi tako glasan.
Yeah. Take into account what we want.
Uzmi u obzir to što mi želimo.
Yeah. I am not the center of the world.
Ja nisam centar sveta.
No, the chicken as well. And so on and so on.
Tako i kokoške.
Later on, when they are 20,
Kada su prime 20 godina,
they know what responsibility is.
znaju što je odgovornost.
And they know what a social interaction is.
I znaju što je to socijalno.
Full of warmth, interest.
Puno
I'm interested in you.
Ja sam imao interes.
And I'm interested even in the bees. Very much.
Zainteresovan sam i za to.
Not only in the honey to eat myself. No, in the bees.
Za pčele.
Not only the eggs, not the profit.
Samo jaja, ne
No,
samo
the
to.
being of the chicken itself.
Stanje
That's interesting. So, on the being of the whole earth,
za biće cele zemlje.
they are interested.
Oni su zainteresovani.
This is the schooling of the future.
Ovo je školovanje budućnosti.
And it is necessary.
I to je nužno.
It is extremely necessary.
To je izuzetno važno.
So, some of us
Možda neko od nas
have decided
je već odlučio.
we want to have such a kind of a farm,
Htjeli bi jednu
which
takvu
is a
stvar
school,
koja je škola.
and not a school of this traditional kind of,
Ne ona tradicionalna škola.
with blackboard and
Sa tablama
notes and
i beleškama.
punishment and
I
so on.
kasno.
No. With responsibility,
Već sa odgovornošću.
with care,
Pa
with love,
ljubavi.
and with a lot of work,
I sa puno posla.
that the muscles can grow
Da mišići mogu da rastu.
and the legs can walk
I da noge mogu da
and the senses can develop.
I da čula mogu da se razviju.
How does it smell here?
Kako se to osjeća ovdje?
To become more sensitive for smelling, for
Da mogu
Ah,
postati senzitivnija čula.
to discern a real tomato or a EU tomato.
Da se razlika pravi paradajz
Ja?
od EU paradajz.
And you must judge
Moram da presudite.
what do you buy in the shop,
U prodavnici.
and so on and so on. That's it what I have to say.
To je što imam da kažem.
It's a beautiful picture, huh? Totally utopia.
Potpuna utopija.
But not totally.
Ali ne potpuno.
Very small groups of people are trying to do something like that.
Mala grupa ljudi pokušava to raditi.
So now we have a half an hour more
Ja, roughly.
for discussion. No, I drink a little bit of water. It's okay. You leave? You have to leave? Goodbye, good luck. Oh, most of them are leaving. What a pity. Goodbye.
How does such school look like? Where can we see such school or kindergarten or what ages? You started
Gdje postoji takva škola i sa kog uzrasta možda se krenu u takvu školu?
Yeah, they have started some places on earth, little groups of people to
Postoje male grupe
establish such school.
postoje takve škole.
And I have started 25 years ago
Pre 25 godina.
to publish a little memorandum.
Napravio sam mali memorandum kako treba.
We did a new kind of school. And then I was traveling a lot
Puno putovao.
from my old Waldorf time. There was lots of relations to Waldorf schools,
Imao sam puno kontakata sa vama školama.
especially in South America, in Russia, in Africa,
U Americi, Rusiji,
here in Europe, many countries, and in Japan. So that's what I have done, and I was speaking like this to the people. And
Ovako sam razgovarao sa ljudima kao da je čovjek.
then sometimes it happened that they said, yes, that's true.
Istina.
It's impossible, this traditional kind of school.
Nemoguće je sa ovim tradicionalnim školama.
85% of the time sitting.
10% vremena
Waldorf schools are a little bit better,
Waldorfske
at
škole
least.
su malo bolje.
but in reality it's the same, more or less.
Ali u stvarnosti
In the
je
cities,
manje-više isto. U
yeah,
gradovima
and to walk in the streets and to play with the ball on the street is life danger for the child. It's impossible.
opasno za dete. Na ulici.
So we must go to the countryside,
Moramo da idemo
and there's a strong movement all over the world.
i postoji jak
Go out of the
pokret
city
u celom svetu da
with
se
the little
dete
ones,
grada,
because the children cannot
sa
grow up
sela.
in a city.
Jer deca ne mogu da rastu.
The city is a desert for the children.
Gradovi su pustinje za decu.
So this movement is understandable.
Ovaj pokret je
Yeah. And there are very different kinds of schools like this. Very small ones.
različite škole.
One I love the most is in Italy.
Jednu koju najviše volim je u Italiji.
A man who was a juridical person.
Jedan pravnik.
Then he thought, this juridical thing is so boring.
Oni su toliko dosta.
I want to become a teacher. Then she
Imamo dosta posla kao postane učitelj.
was a teacher in a little Waldorf school, but they were fighting and splitting, and finally said, no, now I will become a farmer. And now he says, I'm almost 75% of a farmer already, after 20 years of farming. Very nice. He and his wife, they have 20 children, more or less, very small. A beautiful vegetable, almost 4 hectares, on a hilly landscape. Not easy to work. Very good soil. 95 consumers for solidary agriculture. community supported agriculture, we call it.
Poljoprivredu podržanog
CSR, you find it. Very interesting. So a new kind of economic relation between the
novi
farmer and the consumer.
odnosa između farmera i mušterija.
And he is teaching from class 2 till class 10
I on
every
predaje
subject.
od drugog razreda do 10. razreda.
What a man. Mathematics, history, geometry, algebra, grammatic, music, dancing, singing.
Kasnije pevanje.
A genius.
Genije.
Yeah, not such a, how to say, professional. He is a human being.
On nije profesionalac.
Every human being can sing,
Svako ljudsko biće
except me.
peva.
Dance.
Da igra.
Everyone can dance if he wants to dance. And dance. Paint, make form drawing, tell a story, and a little bit of geometry. Everyone. So it is possible to learn. So he is the learner, number one. So they don't discern between teachers and
I nema
pupils.
između učitelja i učenika.
We are all learners.
Svi smo oni koji uče.
Isn't it nice? So all the questions of authority disappear.
Pitanje autoriteta nestaje.
Yeah. Yeah, I am living on a farm in the neighborhood of that farm, and my wife is working with class 1 and 2 together, 1, 2, pluriklasse, like the Swiss people say.
Moja žena radi sa prvim drugim razredom.
And they are, in the morning, they have what we call in the Waldorf school main lesson.
U
1.5 hours main lesson.
imaju 1,5 sati glavnu lekciju,
Lot of artistic work,
mnogo umetničkog rada.
and then other 2 hours in the first half of the day.
I onda
Working.
ostatak od 2 sata prepodne rade.
Yeah, and there are hundreds of different fields of work.
Ima stotine polja gde može se raditi.
Ja.
Stotine video poslova koje mogu se
Yeah, in relation to the circumstances, to the weather,
raditi. Okolnostima,
to the time of the year.
doba godine.
So they learn also the cycle of the whole year,
Tako da uče i
sowing and harvesting, to see the result of my own deeds.
Sejanje i žetva.
Ja.
Rezultate rada.
Yeah, to see the result of my own deed half a year later.
Vidim rezultate mojih vlastitih dela.
This is the beginning of a karmic understanding of my life.
I to je početak karmičnog razumijevanja moga života.
Yeah. Everything you do
Sve što radite.
will have consequences somewhere in the world. And whenever you will meet the consequences of your own deeds, this is destiny. This is human life on earth. Totally merciless. You will meet what you have done, whatever you have done. So, and the farmer, in principle, the farmer's life is, this law is the most consequent in the farmer's life, of the time of the year. To cut the branches of the apple tree. Next year, you will see what you have done. Was it right or not? And then you see what you have, all your mistakes. You will be confronted. Without a teacher, with the red, to say, this is wrong. No. Without any morality. Wrong or, no, it is, this is what you have done. Now, next time, do it better. Yeah. It's very clear. You must improve. You must learn. To be a human being means you are a lifelong learner. Yeah. So we have a certain number of those initiatives now. Not very many, not so many, because it is heavy, heavy, heavy. Yeah. Have you any questions? Yeah.
Koji uzrasti dece pohađaju te škole, kako su organizovani, kada je to, da li u toku raspusta, da li imaju veze onda sa onim osnovnim obrazovanjem koje deca moraju završe, dobiju kvalifikaciju u tom smislu.
When they start with such education, is it during holidays or is it connected with the regular school? How it is?
In all the countries different,
Svi zemljama je drugačije.
because there are different laws in the country. The most difficult country is Germany,
Najgora zemlja je Nemačka.
because we are the world master in bureaucracy, you know. So in Germany it is almost impossible.
U Nemačkoj je skoro nemoguće.
Of course, during the school time, this is a real school.
To je prava škola, naravno u vreme školskog
And,
časa.
and we try our best to have the complete recognition of the state authorities.
I mi nastojimo da dobijemo potpuno priznanje državnih vlasti za to školovanje.
And look, sometimes even in the office of the authorities, there are humans sitting.
I poneki put u tim kancelarijama vlasti sede ljudi.
They understand
I oni
somehow,
to razumeju nekako.
and then they give.
I onda daju dozvolu da može.
U Norveškoj sam bio pred 7 godina, vidio sam decu malu koji zašli su napali, da li je to bilo neko kampovanje. Živjeli su u različitim budicama, od šatora indijanskih do kući, imali su svoje bašte, znači radili su nešto jedno 10 dana, radili, znači sadili, živali i tako dalje. Meni se čini da je tu u okviru redovnog nekog obrazovanja, pa da je to bio izgled u prirodu i kontekstu.
I was in Norway maybe 6-7 years ago, and he saw school children in the nature. They had the small tents or Indian wigwams, and they all had small gardens where they were growing. So he understood that it is probably part of the school, that they have like excursion or something like that.
In Norway lives Linda Jolly. Do you know Linda Jolly in Oslo? She's a very beautiful, very old lady now, and she started a movement in Norway, especially there, for the teachers. So groups of teachers she put together with groups of farmers. So that the teachers had a little bit of knowledge of the farming, and then to bring it into the schools.
Da učitelji imaju malo znanja o farmama i onda su neki slali u škole.
She's on the university in Oslo. She was the gardener of the king's garden in Oslo, the Norwegian king. Yeah.
Ja sam ovo sve preživao, to ste vi pričali sad, imam puno godina.
He experienced all of this, what he experienced himself, because he has enough years.
Živio sam na periferiji grada, periferiji.
Ja.
Deda mi je živio u jednom selu gdje imao njivu, imao je kompletno gazdinstvo poljoprivrede. Znači svinje, krave, konje, kokoške, guske. Imali smo bunaru u dvorištu, imao je baštu gdje se sadilo, ima njive gdje se sejalo i tako dalje. Ja sam kao mlad odlazio tamo za vreme raspusta i učestvovao u svemu tome i sve to znam i znam da je to osnova novog života, odnosno pravog života.
So when he was young, he spent lots of time on his grandfather's farm, and there were all kinds of animals and garden and the fields, and so he is fully aware that this is really the beginning of new life.
Yeah.
Onda si vidio šta je život, ako ne poseješ, nećeš imati ni držanje. Uradiš sve što treba i na vrijeme, što kažete dorežnik i tako dalje. Znači to je bilo povezano i od toga je zavisio život i kvalitet.
So then he became fully aware that If you don't do, you will suffer. You know, if you don't
Yeah.
sow, you won't have a harvest.
Yeah.
Ovi mladi to ne znaju, jer oni ne žive u tom svijetu.
So the
Young
young generations, they're not
To
aware of
možda ima
that.
babu i dedu negdje na selu, vidi životinju normalno i vidi jaje kako se i sve je to stvari. Većina ne, oni
The majority of young people now, they don't have this opportunity to see.
Yeah, so this is, for my understanding, this is the biggest phenomenon of our time,
Po mom razumijenju, ovo je najveći fenomen našeg vremena.
that we are more or less totally disconnected with the earth,
Da smo potpuno...
every one of us. And this must lead to the destruction of the earth.
I to mora da dovede do uništenja zemlje.
monopolizacija, ima sve velike kvare.
Yeah, and so on.
To uništava prav prirodu. I to nije zdravo, ništa od toga. Nije kao ono izbažno.
So we are, yeah.
Monsanto i ostali kad radi.
Yeah. So we are responsible, not only for the children, but also for the earth.
Mi smo odgovorni ne samo za decu, nego i za zemlju.
So I say for the Waldorf education,
Zato kažem za Waldorf
it started more or less 100 years ago, and it was, for the first 100 years, we have done the first half, I would say, of our duty.
Prvu polovinu Waldorf obrazovanja.
And now we have to make the second step.
Sad moramo da načinimo drugi korak.
Say, okay, we have to care for every single child
Moramo da brinemo svakom
to develop the full personality.
da razvije svoju celovitu.
And we are responsible for the development of the earth.
I mi smo odgovorni za razvoj zemlje.
I would like to say for the healing of the earth.
Da kažem za ozdravljenje zemlje.
So the whole process of education gets the character of healing.
Tako da ceo proces vaspitanja dece dobije osobinu lečenja.
So healing the body,
Ozdravljenje
healing the social relations,
ozdravljenje socijalnih odnosa
and healing the animals and the plants and the soil and so on.
i ozdravljenje životinja i biljaka.
So we look on this beautiful trinity of
Zato gledam na to divno trojstvo.
agriculture,
Poljoprivreda,
pedagogic or education,
obrazovanje
and medicine.
i medicina.
So, and I would like to speak about three arts: the art of healing,
Treba da pričamo o tri umetnosti.
art of
Umetnost
education,
lečenja, umetnost vaspitanja,
and art of agriculture. Agricultura is an art.
umetnost poljoprivreda. Jer je
Yeah. Yeah.
wanted to ask something that you just cited. It's about kids with special needs, as we call it now. There are some maybe more disabilities than before that kids have, like autism today. So if you can tell something about that, if you had any experience with this work with children with so-called special needs.
Da, htio bih da pitam ako imate iskustva u radu sa decom sa posebnim potrebama, jer vidimo da ne rekli na engleskom. Gotovo što veći broj dece koji imaju autizam.
Yeah, that's a big question, and I must give two answers to that. The first is, in principle, we know that just the work in the garden, on the fields, is the best for any kind of disability.
Znamo da je rad u polju sa biljkama najbolje za bilo koju vrstu.
Because mostly we call disability the cognitive disability. They cannot learn mathematics or reading and writing. So that's clear. This Handlungspedagogik, as I call it, is inclusive in principle. But the second answer is,
drugi odgovor je,
when you start such a thing,
ako krenete takvu stvar,
be very cautious.
biti veoma oprezni.
You have a small group. You are the learner of farming as a teacher.
Kao učitelj,
You are,
učite o bavljenju poljoprivredom,
and you cannot afford
i možda dopustite
to have 3 autistic children in your group.
autistička deteta u grupi.
They will kill you.
Oni ćete uništiti.
So the first advice is don't start with just the children with disabilities.
Znači, prvi savjet je ne krenite odmah sa decom sa posebnim
At first,
potrebama.
go with more or less normal children,
Krenite sa decom,
sound children,
tako reći, koja su normalne.
that you can stabilize
Da možda ih
a
stabilišete.
certain flow of work and learn and work and learn, and understand your own farming job.
I da razumete
Or
vlastiti rad na farmi.
when you are on a farm where the farmer is,
Kada ste na farmi gdje i farmi.
this farmer is a very difficult person in any case, I can tell you,
Mislim da su u mnogo slučaja veoma komplikovani.
because children are disturbing him.
Zato što ga deca uznemiravaju.
So he must change his attitude.
I on mora da promeni svoj stav.
He must slow down his work.
Mora da uspori svoj rad.
But if you look on the real farm life nowadays,
Ako gledate na pravi,
they are always totally in a hurry,
oni su uvek u žurbi.
never get ready with what they have to work,
I nikada,
financially almost under
nikada
the,
da su završili ono što su počeli.
it's,
I financijski.
they are working 7 days a week,
Oni rade 7 dana u nedelju.
16 hours sometimes, and Sunday and Saturday.
Sati dnevno. I sati
No
su
holidays,
nedelje.
never holidays.
Bez,
So you are very happy not to have an autistic child in your group.
I onda ste veoma srećni da nemate autistično dete u grupi ako imate takvu situaciju.
And normally we are not able to handle an autistic child.
I
We
normalno,
normally.
uobičajeno nismo sposobni da se bavimo autističnim detetom.
But on the long run, as Campbell movement has shown,
Ali
this is exactly what they need.
Pokret pokazao, to je upravo ono što im treba.
So there is, that can work if there is a group of people who would work on farm.
A group of people, then you need also a group of salaries.
Yeah.
And where will you get the salaries from?
Da, ko će da
The state is giving nothing.
Država neće ništa da se pravi.
They're not interested in that. They're fighting against that mostly. Because it's a little bit under the radar we are doing it. I mean, we must try to do it so legally as possible. But what is possible? Yeah. So it is, it's not easy. Not easy. But this is, every revolution is not easy. Revolution is always a little bit hard and sometimes even bloody. No? No questions?
Motivates you. And we said everyone is driven with compromise and going to drive Mercedes. Parents want to drive Mercedes, everyone is conformist. How do you motivate them to even enroll their children in such schools and invest in such schools, in such education? Isn't that like this motivation?
But you see, there are some of them. They feel it. A few. And every innovation starts with a few. And there are more and more. In your generation, I would say 100,000 of them are feeling that it is wrong what we do. And this kind of industrial development will go to a collapse, finally. In 20 years or 100 years, nobody knows, but it cannot survive. So they feel, you feel it. You feel it. You see. How could it be that you feel it? Because when you look back, if you would be able to find this decision once upon a time, yeah, then you will find yourself speaking to yourself in a way. Look how it is on earth nowadays. Let us do something. And then you will find your friends and your companions. You will see them. You will recognize them. If you're open. And completely awake every moment. So we cannot fight against the system. System is too strong. We must do ourselves what we can do. Like he tries. Let us provide such an environment. This is the question of environment. Yeah? Did you understand?
Magnetic needle.
Yeah. Something like this. And then join, if you see such a place somewhere, join and learn and speak and discuss it with them. Yeah. Yeah? Everything is clear for the future. Thank you that you have listened.
Thank you.